I'm Howie Scarborough. I'm the CEO of Fall Protection Distributors, and we've recently written a blog about Centria standing seam panels. This is a Nucor company, and what we're focused on today is fall protection products that are safe to use on Centria standing seam panels. So we want to protect the roof system. At the same time, obviously, we want to protect the workers. So if you jump into this blog on the website, we go into depth into the different panels. There's images. We talk about the different products. It's easy to identify what panel that you're working on. Anywhere in this article, if you click these links that say roof anchor compatibility chart, it'll jump you down to a quick reference guide. The standard configuration is for 22 gauge steel. We're always talking about 22 or 24 gauge steel when we're talking about the SSRA1 and non-curved roofs. So steel panels, non-curved roofs. So the SSRA1 uses 12 non-penetrating set screws. Standard configuration is going to be cup tip. That's for 22 gauge steel. Those are going to torque to 90 inch-pounds. The SSRA1 nylon tip, everything's the same. It's just a different set screw. When you go to the nylon tip, this is intended for 24 gauge steel panels, and this is going to torque between 180 and 200 inch-pounds. Now, we're compatible with this product line of Centria's with the exception of the Versa panel. That's their insulated panel. It is a box seam, so we can't attach to that box seam without crushing it. So that's why this is not compatible with that, but we do have an alternative product we'll get to. So once you have the SSRA1 seam anchors mounted, if you need to add walkboards, so if you need stable footing on a steeper roof, you can add walkboards. The SSRA2 roof check adapters, these simply mount right on top of the SSRA1 anchors. You remove the D-ring off the top of the anchors. The SSRA2 mounts right on top. These are adjustable for different pitch roofs as well as different height seams. If you need to add 100-foot temporary horizontal lifelines onto your standing seam project, you can simply add the SSRA3 Anchor Plate and mount it on top of two SSRA1 seam anchors. You would have that assembly at each end of your horizontal lifeline. So if you use a 100-foot horizontal lifeline like we have available in our kit, you can also shorten that line. If you need a 65-foot run, there's a line tensioner in that kit. You can shorten the line as needed. So that kit's going to be 4 SSRA1 seam anchors, 2 SSRA3 anchor plates, and the 100-foot horizontal lifeline. If you need a permanent steel cable lifeline, if you have a client or if it's your building, we have a 120-foot industry-exclusive super anchor kit. It's specifically designed for standing seam. So you have seam clamps, an anchor plate, 5-inch riser posts, and then you have intermediate posts and 120-foot of galvanized steel cable for permanent installations. Now, a great alternative product for 612 to 1212 roofs of most roof types is going to be the Ridge Pro. So the Ridge Pro doesn't rely on seam attachment. It mounts on the end of a 16-foot pole. You go up ladder, you use the pole to run this up the roof, you flip it over the peak, and as it flips over the peak, it secures a vertical lifeline to the peak of the roof. So once you've stepped off the ladder to the roof, you're already 100% tied off the entire time you're on the roof until you get safely back to the ladder, and then you can release the Ridge Pro using the pole and get back safely to the ground. You stay tied off the entire time. So if you have a question about any of these products or any of these panels, our phone number is at the top of the website. You can email us at support@fallpd.com, or you can hit this little blue button in the bottom right corner of our website to get on our live chat. Let us know how we can help you.